if you are watching the video segment of this podcast, you are able to see that I am being attacked by my parents' red toy poodle that I am puppy sitting. Say hi, Prince. Thank you. Thank you for that. So he's our special guest today. And if you are new here, welcome to the Self-Made Babe podcast. I'm Marianne. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Meet Prince. He is my parents' 3-pound red toy poodle who literally just turned a year old a few weeks ago. And he's been such a blessing and joy in our life. And it's been amazing. A toy poodle has been on my mood board for the longest time, for the past 2 years. And there's so many things in my mood board that I created 2 years ago that have already come to fruition. So I kind of just want to talk about that, talk about mood boarding, because it's still the beginning of the year. Everyone knows that January is the trial run of the year, and February 1st is technically the January 1st of the year. But I kind of just wanted to give a life update. I mean, my last episode, I was 25 years old. Now I'm 27. I'm a married woman now, which is so weird to say. I'm like, meet my husband. I'm like, ah. But it's funny and not weird because we've been together for like 10 years. We're high school sweethearts. And a lot of people always are so impressed with that fun fact about us because it's far and few here and there. I don't know, like high school sweethearts are rare, I guess. I don't know. But I kind of just wanted to talk about like shit that I've learned, things that I want to bring into 2024, pop culture moments, because like Gypsy Rose Blanchard and the amount of press that she's getting is a huge question mark in my life. And I don't know, let's just talk about mindset. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about all the things that we need to bring into 2024 and moving forward. But I am married now. I married my high school sweetheart. We were together for 10 years. Okay. We started dating in the beginning of my senior year in high school. We had met my junior year, our junior year, and his best friend went to my school and we met at horror nights, and that was the thing. If you live in Florida, like everyone goes to horror nights, even if you live in Miami and you have to travel to Orlando with your family and your friends or your friend's family. And we met there, and the rest has been history. But yeah, fast forward 10 years, and it's so crazy because as soon as our 10-year anniversary hit, and he actually proposed on our 10-year anniversary, it was kind of like a WTF moment for me because I was like, wow, it's been 10 years since I spoken to that person in high school that used to be my best friend. It's been 10 years of being in a relationship with this man. It's been literally a decade since all of these things, XYZ, has happened. And I'm like, that is so crazy for me to grasp at the time. And, you know, we had gotten engaged on October 11th, which is on our 10-year anniversary. And it was all time, all of us. It was time for all of us to start planning the wedding. I found my wedding dress within the first week of being engaged. And we found the venue. And as soon as we found the venue, we had to decide if we wanted to do it in 2 months after getting engaged, meaning in December, or wait until November for that same venue of the next year. And November of the next year would have meant that we would have been 11 years together. So obviously we went with the 10. So we got married, we got engaged, and within 2 months we got married, and it was such a beautiful experience. And it's so funny because like all of my family, my friends are like, you're not pregnant, right? I'm like, no, I am far away from being pregnant. I've had my period for the past 10 years. We're good. We got to keep on doing what we're doing. Okay. And it's funny, speaking of like pregnancy and stuff like that, I went to my OBGYN recently, and you know, he's doing his thing down there, and I hate going to the OBGYN because it's never fun. It's never fun for me. I'm always making like uncomfortable like noises because I'm uncomfortable and I just don't like it. And they're always like, the OBGYN is always like, oh, I know, as he's like doing his thing down there. And he's like, oh my God, you're ovulating. It's a perfect time. I was like, no. It's not the perfect time in this economy. And so as soon as I got home, I was like, I'm not putting out. That's not happening. We're not doing that today. And no wonder I've been feeling all excited because I've been ovulating, and I had no idea because my period was late, and not because I was pregnant. It was because wedding stress. But anyways, that's a segue that I thought was so funny because my OBGYN was like, perfect time to get pregnant. I was like, no, 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 it's not the perfect time. It's not the perfect time. But anyways, so now coming into 2024 as a married woman, and you know, fully enjoying our wedding, Christmas time, and just like reshifting our gears to really step into 2024 as the person that we want to become. And shit has hit the fan in the past few years. Okay, since I've uploaded an episode, like I got surgery to get a cyst removed. My grandfather passed away. My childhood dog passed away, which I don't want to admit this, and I hate to admit this, but it honestly affected me a little bit more than my grandfather's passing. But it's because my grandfather passed away and he always lived in Venezuela. Never met him. And if you don't know, I'm a first generation American. My entire bloodline is Venezuelan. And because of the political turmoil and because communism does not work, I didn't want to get there, but we did. I never was able to really get to know him. Obviously, it affected me, and it affected me more seeing my mother sad. But my childhood dog passing away, ooh, I did not think that would affect me as much as it did. I definitely entered a depressive state that I didn't think was going to happen. Like, obviously, I loved my childhood dog. Like, I know that she imprinted on me, like Jacob and Bella's daughter. And I somewhat imprinted on her. Like, I looked at her with hard eyes all the time. And I actually, ooh, speaking of her, okay, I actually have her paw print next to me. Since we're speaking of her, I want to show you. Because that happened 2 years ago. That happened in 2022, August of 2022. My grandfather passed away in June of 2022. And it was, yeah, it was a tumultuous year. And it's been a roller coaster, but that's life, and life isn't easy for anyone, and we just got to keep pushing. Life is a highway. I'm gonna drive it all night long. I don't even know if those are the lyrics for Cars. But anyways, let me actually show you the paw print, because I have it as a little memorandum. Is that the right word? Like a little recuerdito. Just a little memory of my girl Gucci. Yeah, she was 17 years old, and at the time I was 26, so she was in my life for the majority of it. But anyways, that's another topic for another day. But yeah, ever since then, it's been a wild ride. And then I actually got into real estate and started taking real estate seriously. I joined a team that needed help. And I would say that if you want to be successful in real estate, join a successful team that needs help, and you will see the wonders of what that license can provide for you. But that's a different podcast episode, because I want to talk about like marketing yourself, how to speak with investors, because that's my niche. I speak with real estate investors, and it's been going great for me. And that's what my brokerage specializes in. So that has always been something that I've been wanting to do. I just haven't gotten around to do it. And another thing that, I guess another life update, I was able to secure and register the trademark for Self-Made Babe, or Self-Made Babe if you're watching it on the computer. And for the past few months, and I would say the last 6 months have been one of the best months of my life. Because not only was I able to really bring in a commission check that was 6 figures. I didn't take the 6 figures home with me because obviously I had to give my brokerage split away, but I did bring in a 6-figure check, and that was monumental for me in my career. And not only did I partake in helping my husband now, in closing a deal and helping him go through it, and then when we got engaged and when we got married, like it was such a beautiful 6 months in our life, and we felt like we were on such a high, and we are still on such a high. But life happens, personal things have happened, and I'm definitely gonna write it in an autobiography. Things I'm not gonna say now. It's already written on a Google Doc, that's for sure. Because I was like, I'm feeling the emotions now, and I just need to pour it out. And actually, writing was very therapeutic for me. So if you are not a writer, you don't aspire to be a writer, but if your feelings very heavy feelings and thoughts and emotions, open a Google Doc and just pour your heart out. Please do yourself a favor. It's gonna lift off lift lift off so much weight off of your shoulders, and you're gonna feel so good. But now that I've given like a life update, let's talk about things that we need to do to become our best self in 2024. Today's sponsor is Riverside FM. Riverside is a platform that allows you to record, edit, and upload your interviews, video podcast, video marketing content online. And the great thing about Riverside, and I'm currently using it as I speak, I'm recording the podcast on video through Riverside. I'm recording the podcast through my tiny little mic that's connected to my computer using Riverside. And the great thing about Riverside is that not only are you able to, again, record and edit your content, but it also condenses your content into bite-sized formats so you can repurpose them online and upload them vertically from a horizontal video onto your social media platforms. And the great thing about today's sponsor is that you get a discount code. With the code selfmadebabe, you can save a little bit at checkout. And if you've been wanting to become a podcaster, content creator, or even just host your content through Riverside, you can definitely check it out, feel it out, and see how you can get started and move the needle forward for you and your side hustle and your business. And to become our better selves, you have to study yourself, study your patterns, understand why you do certain things, and just start to hold yourself accountable. And there's something, it's different when you need rest, and it's different when you're feeling a little bit of laziness. But I think you have to understand what has carved you into the person you are today. And if you are content with that person, amazing. But if you're not content with that person, you need to start identifying these key pieces of information that will allow you to become your better self. So one of the things that I want to do in 2024, and I've only gone to the gym once this entire year, and it's already the end of January, but that's fine. One thing that I definitely want to do and start implementing into my daily routine is going and staying active at least 5 times a week. And I actually started this 5 days a week routine preparing for my wedding day because I wanted to look my best on my wedding day. And I only had 2 months to prepare. And within the first month, I was going to the gym inconsistently, and I was only doing Equinox classes. I would go to MetCon, go to Tabata Max, would go to MetCon again, and then would go to Best Buy Ever. And I would be inconsistent with it. I would go to 3 to 4 times a week, and I was like, man, I don't see any change. Until I was talking to a girlfriend of mine, and she's like, oh yeah, I've actually lost weight by going to the gym 5 times a week. And I was like, so that's the trick, 5 times a week going to the gym. But I guess what really helped me out, and everyone's body is different, but once I realized that I had a month left to really dedicate and carve out the body for the wedding dress, because the wedding dress was tight, okay? It was tight and I needed to fit into it. That's for sure. And I remember one of my fittings, this lady, the gall, but this lady who was helping me for my alterations or whatever, they had ordered the dress. And once the dress they came in, that's when they do the alterations. And she was struggling to zip up the wedding dress. And she was, zhuzhing me around, literally shaking me up. And she's like, did you gain weight since your initial fitting? I was like, oh, okay, lady. Okay. I don't know you like that, but I don't think so. I've been going to the gym. She's like, oh, okay. And I was like, damn. That was just a little funny moment in my wedding trial. Once I realized that maybe going inconsistently to the gym 3 to 4 times a week was not enough. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start doing weights. I asked my fiance at the time to help me figure out what to do at the gym because I am clueless at the gym. And sometimes in life you just need to ask for help and guidance for certain things. You can't just assume, and you just can't let life pass you by and just do weights and go to classes like I was doing, and I was not seeing results until I saw someone, my husband, he's in perfect shape, who had results, and I just asked him. So I think that's another thing to bring into 2024 too, is just like, if you see someone with the results you want, whether that be in your career, in your bank account, in your lifestyle, spirituality, in your body goals, fitness goals, ask them what they're doing, what they did to get to that, even if that means, if you like someone's, I don't know, nose, ask for their surgeon. Like just conversing is always good. But going back to studying your patterns is understanding why you are the way that you are, right? And for me, like, I'm inconsistent with the gym, and I was only consistent because I wanted to really fit into that wedding dress. But knowing why I was inconsistent with the gym, I was inconsistent because I didn't know. I didn't know how to use the weight machines. I didn't know what muscles to work out, how to work out each muscle. I barely knew what a bicep and a tricep was. Like, what? That was confusing. But I think in life, to become our better selves, we need to understand our patterns and just ask for help and ask for that person that you admire. Shadow them. If you are wanting to become a doctor, shadow a doctor. Just ask questions and you'll get the answers that you're searching for. Another thing to become a better person in 2024 is definitely become more in tune with your spirituality or your religion. And this is another episode that I definitely want to record, just like how I feel about spirituality and entrepreneurship. Being gracious, and if you believe in God, like thanking God or thanking the universe for things that you have accomplished and that you have a roof over your head, you have a bed that you can sleep to. Like, those are key things that should be given grace towards. So I think that's another thing in becoming our best self, is really understanding that gratitude takes us very far. And that's another podcast episode that I want to do too. Just one for spirituality and entrepreneurship. Gratitude and success, how they go in hand. Another thing to bring into 2024 and becoming our best self is visualizing your best self. I would say mood boards are very powerful, because a lot of the things that I made on my mood board 2 years ago have come to fruition. And now that I've kind of already scratched off things off of my mood board, I'm like, wow, now I need another mood board and I need to strive for more. So visualizing that life that you want for yourself and visualizing that perfect person that you want to be, whether that be the type of person that wakes up at 7 a.m. to go to the gym, the type of person that helps people and volunteers on weekends to give their time and labor to an organization that needs it. Just visualizing that person that you want to be is so key into becoming our best self. Because if you don't visualize it, then you're not manifesting it. And you got to manifest it. You got to manifest it and work towards that life that you want and that person that you want to become. So actions, mood boarding, go hand in hand 100%. I guess the last thing I would say with becoming our best self is unlearning toxic behaviors and generational traumas so that you can really shift the gears. And another thing about becoming your best self is really getting in tune with your emotions. If you need to do some soul searching and going to the beach and really find why you're here, what's your purpose, go do it. If you need to go to therapy and get someone else's point of view and talk through your emotions, feelings, and just walk you through the hardship that is life, please go do it. I mean, I haven't done therapy, and I've been wanting to do therapy for the longest time because I really am such a feeler, and it's one of my biggest downfalls. That's for sure. Definitely something that I do want to work towards in 2024 in becoming my best self. And another thing, and the last thing that I want to mention about becoming our best self in 2024 is if you've been wanting to start social media, please do it. I'm such an advocate for social media because I really think it can change anyone's life. It's changed my life. And I'm just a nobody who didn't peak in high school and can count my friends on literally like my both of my hands. And the life that you can provide yourself through the power of social media is incredible. And the safety net that you can provide yourself while also having your career on the side is also incredible. So having both puts you in such a privileged position without a doubt. So take social media seriously in 2024 if you want to, but also keep your career until you see one replaces the other. Who knows? But yeah, that's all I had to say about becoming our best self. That was a little life update on my end. And in the few next episodes, I'm definitely going to start bringing podcast guests, local business owners, and entrepreneurs from Miami. If you are in Miami, please DM me. I would love to make more friends here. I'd love to invite you to a Galentine's dinner that I am thinking of wanting or thinking/wanting to have. If it's going to happen, I don't know. I'd love to invite you if you're in Miami. And with whatever life brings your way, just know that we are capable of handling it. And we just got to put the right foot forward. And that's all I'm going to say in today's episode. I wish you all an amazing 2024. There's definitely going to be more podcast episodes about becoming our best selves, entrepreneurship, business, finance, real estate, marketing, branding yourself. So we're going to start doing that and going to start introducing video podcasts. Kind of wanted to just kind of come in, give a life update, and just provide value moving forward. So I wish you all the best. Again, if you want to check out Riverside, please use code selfmadebabe all together so that you can save a little bit and really maybe scale your career and become the next Jay Shetty or the next Alexandra Cooper. So yeah, I wish you all the best and have a prosperous 2024. Bye. And I hope you're back for the next episode.